What's up everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm down at Hendrick Lexus Northlake getting to check out the 2021 Lexus IS 350 F Sport. Huge shout out to them for providing this sedan for me today. Make sure you guys check out their website. That will be down in the description below. This model here is finished off in ultra white and it has an MSRP just over $46,000. Well, let's go ahead and jump into today's review by starting up underneath the hood, where you'll find the 3.5 liter V6 engine. This is paired with the 8-speed automatic transmission and it pumps out 311 horsepower around 6,600 RPM and 280 pound-feet of torque around 4,800 RPM. This model is rear wheel drive. It weighs in right around 3,700 pounds. It'll do 0 to 60 in 5.5 seconds up to its top speed of 143 miles an hour. And with a fuel capacity of 17.4 gallons, you'll expect to see around 20 miles per gallon in the city and 28 out on the highway. This has a wheelbase of 110.2 inches. Its overall length is 185.4. It has a width of 72.4 and a height of 56.7 inches. And with all those specs out of the way, we can go ahead and take a look at the exterior on the IS 350 F Sport. So I'm gonna start up front with the hourglass design for the grille. It has a really nice look to it. I love the gloss black that goes on the surround here, and it's a really nice contrast against this ultra white. You'll see the mesh is finished off in gloss black. Really nice cutouts that give it a good design, and it also provides maximum airflow to that engine. You'll also notice in the lower section of the grille, we have these massive cutouts to provide more cooling and better aerodynamics. And then right in the center, we have the Lexus badge. This also acts as the forward-facing sensor, so it's nicely integrated into that badge, and you won't see it placed somewhere else to break up the grille, giving it a much cleaner design. You'll also notice we have the headlights here with a really nice sleek housing for them. The DRL is right in the corner here, and I love how the bodywork on the front mimics this DRL. It goes all the way to the center of the grille here. And as I mentioned, it has a really nice sleek design. We have LED headlights, turn signal is located right in the center. And then below that, you'll see more gloss black trim along with another air inlet and really nice contours in this lower section of the bumper. You'll also notice the forward-facing sensors are nicely integrated as well. And then making our way up to the hood, I love the lines that come down both sides. You'll see this one here starts at the base of the A-pillar and it goes all the way to the center of the grille here, just flowing nicely, giving it a great look. And we have some nice deep contoured lines here just to give it that added aggressive touch. Making our way to the side profile now for the F Sport, I'm gonna start off with these wheels. So they measure 19 inches. They have a really nice dark metallic finish to them. And you'll notice the multi-spoke design. I think it's a really nice wheel for this exterior white. You'll also notice this has 4 pistons up front with the rotors measuring 13.1 inches and 2 pistons in the rear with the rotors measuring 11.7 inches. This model also has the F Sport tuned suspension, and you'll see the F Sport badge just behind the front tire, along with really nice crisp lines that run down the side profile. So the first one that I want to mention is just behind the front tire, and you'll see it tapers up just a little bit, fading away at the back of the front doors. And then we have really nice lines in the side skirts, and you can see one tapers up all the way up to the rear fender arches. So I think it gives it a great look. We also have another one going just above the door handles, and the last line breaks off wrapping around the rear. So I love all these lines. The design is flawless. It gives it a great look. And we also have nice arches running around the wheels as well. You'll also notice 3 different colors for the side mirrors. We have gloss black, chrome, and the body colored. They also feature the integrated turn signal. You'll also notice more of the dark chrome trim surrounding all of the windows. And then up top, this model also features the sunroof. And last up for the F Sport, we're gonna start up top with the gloss black trunk mounted spoiler. It gives it a great look, and it matches well with the gloss black you see surrounding the LED taillights and the bar that runs all the way through the trunk, of course, to the other side. It just flows nicely and gives it a great look. I love the sharp edges that you see on the ends of the taillights, and they flow nicely with that body line I was talking about earlier that tapers off and goes all the way through the trunk. You'll also notice right in the center, this has a backup camera with all the parking sensors in the lower section of the bumper. And then just underneath that, you'll see gloss black for the diffuser, along with a few fins just to give it that aggressive look. And then on both sides, we have the dual exhaust. Now we'll go ahead and take a look at the interior on the IS 350 F Sport. So with the vehicle locked and the key in my pocket, all I have to do is grab on the door handle and it will unlock, where we can go ahead and take a look at this door panel. You'll see there's leather and stitching on the armrest, along with leather on the insert just behind that, and a really nice pattern. It almost mimics the design that you saw in the mesh up front. There's a really nice trim piece on the release handle. We have all the window and side mirror adjustments. This also has a 10-speaker audio sound system, and you'll see there's a little bit of storage space in the lower section of the door. And then making our way to the interior, you'll see F Sport down on the door sill, and then we can take a look at these black leather seats. They have a really nice design to them. You can see the gray stitching running down the headrests and the bolsters. They are heated and ventilated. Really nice pattern running down the inserts. And then down on the sides, we have all the automatic controls. And now once inside with my foot on the brake, we can go ahead and start it up. And then looking at the digital gauge cluster, you'll see the tach right in the center, along with miles per hour and what gear you're in. Over on the left side is the engine temperature, along with the outside temperature, and then on the right side is the clock and the fuel gauge. You can also use buttons on the right side of the steering wheel to look at some general information just below miles per hour. So we can pull up your current and live readouts for MPG. You can also look at your range and your average miles per hour. Pull up your gear position as well, along with TPMS, and you can also change your miles per hour to kilometers per hour if you'd like to. And then making your way to the steering wheel, you'll see it's completely covered in black leather. It's solid on the top and the bottom, and then perforated on both sides. It also has the F Sport badge down below. Over on the right side, these are the controls I was using for that center screen. There's also a back button along with your lane keeping assist and the forward sensor, and a customizable button that you can use as well. Over on the left side, we have volume and tuning for the radio, along with Bluetooth and voice commands. And then this model also has these steering wheel mounted paddle shifters. They have a really nice design to them, and you can see they match the trim on the steering wheel, giving it a great look. As we make our way to the left side of the steering wheel, you'll see the trunk release down at the bottom. We have the automatic headlight adjustments, along with a dimmer switch for the gauges. There's also one air vent. And then as we make our way to the center, we have the 8-inch screen. So there's a lot of information that you can go through within the system. And to control that, we have all of those down below. You can see the home and menu button, along with a back button and the mouse pad that we can use. So by clicking on menu right now, you'll see there's plenty of apps that you can go into. So by using this mouse pad, I can go between audio, phone, there's apps to go into, along with projection, which is how you can pair your phone. If I go into info, you can see some data here that you'd like to look at. You also have setup and climate. So by going into climate, of course, we can adjust all of those settings, where you'd like the air to go, temperature, fan speed, and things like that. You can also adjust all of that down below. So you'll see there's an LCD screen there where we have all those same controls. So if you're not in that upper screen, it's nice to have those controls. You can swipe on the temperature here to make the adjustment, and of course you'll see that change on the upper screen as well. So it's a really nice touch to see all the physical buttons for the AC. And going to the home button now, you can actually view 3 different things. So you can pull up your audio, you can look at your latest MPG and range, and your phone over on the right side. You can configure this too to display different items if you'd like to, so it's really nice to be able to do that. You'll also notice a clock just below that, along with an air vent on both sides. There's a CD player right in the middle, along with power and volume for the radio on the left side. Tuning is on the right side, and there's a few more seek and track and other shortcuts to your radio and media. Moving below that, you'll see all the controls for the heated and ventilated seats. So we have 3 different settings for driver and passenger on both sides. And then over on the right side, we have the different driving modes. If I turn this dial to the left, that goes into eco mode. If I turn it to the right, we can put it into sport mode. And then just by pushing down on the button, will put us back into normal. You'll also notice the tach and the gauge cluster changes just a little bit depending on which driving mode you're in. And then behind that, we have a snow button along with traction control and the auto hold assist. And then to the left of that, we have the shifter with leather surrounding the shift boot there. If I go ahead and put the vehicle into reverse, you'll see the backup camera up here. We have 2 different angles that we can go into, along with being able to adjust the guidelines. So over on the right side there, we have that red line. We can pull up this graphic or this graphic as well. So it's really nice to be able to see that, and you can change that angle when needed. And then of course we can go all the way down into drive and pop it over into the manual setting, which allows us to use these paddle shifters. And then just behind that, you'll see all those controls for that center screen. We have 2 cup holders over on the right side. And then making our way to this armrest now, you'll see it's finished off in leather and stitching. And we have a good amount of storage space, along with 2 USBs, a 12 volt, and an auxiliary port. And then last up, we'll take a look at this glove box, where you'll see there's plenty of room for anything you have to place there. We'll take one last look at these seats. And then up top, as I mentioned earlier, this does have a sunroof. I already have that sunshade open there. And we also have touch sensitive dome lights. And then jumping into the back seats for the F Sport at 5'10", I actually have a good amount of room back here. You can see there's a few inches above my head here. I have a few inches in front of my knees with the front seat set at my height. And I love how these seats kind of dip down just a little bit. You can see this edge right here just provides you with a little bit of bolster support. Makes these seats very comfortable for your rear seat passengers. You'll also notice there's some storage behind both front seats. We have 2 air vents right in the center. And then if you don't have a middle seat passenger, we have this armrest here. You can also push on the button on the end of it to pop out 2 cup holders if you need to use those. And these back seats have a 60-40 split. So if you need a little bit more room, you have the option to do that, which makes this a very versatile sedan. And now it's time to go ahead and take a look at the trunk storage space. Before we do that though, I did forget to mention there's a really nice F Sport badge just underneath the license plate here. I think that's a really great touch to see. But to gain access into the trunk, I'm just gonna push on this electronic button to the right side of the backup camera, where we can go ahead and take a look at the amount of room that you have. Really nice to see this amount of room for a 4-seater vehicle. Plenty of room with the back seats up. And then when you go ahead and fold down the back seats, you can see just how much larger this area gets. So it provides you with a very versatile vehicle, whether you have rear seat passengers or you need it for more storage space. You'll also notice this model has the Lexus carpet, just a great touch to see. And then up top, there is one grab handle we can use to close this up. All right, so getting the 2021 Lexus IS 350 F Sport out on the road now. This has been a really cool sedan to check out. As I've already shown in today's video, we have a lot of nice materials on the inside. You can see there's leather covering a lot. We even have it above the gauge cluster here, and it's on both sides of these controls in the middle. So it's really nice to see that layout. And then just talking about what it's like to drive this, we'll go ahead and pop it over into manual mode, twist on the dial here for sport mode. I love seeing that gauge cluster change or that tack change. And we're coming down to 4th gear around this turn, still going at a normal rate of speed. But with the F-Tune suspension, this has been handling really well for the few miles that I've put on it so far. It's absorbing bumps really well. We're coming around this left-hand turn now. And it's not really a loud vehicle, so it's very well insulated on the interior. Even in Sport Plus there, or Sport mode, I should say, you can't really hear that exhaust, but it's there under light acceleration. You can hear it just faintly, but it's really nice how it provides you with a really nice, comfortable ride. So this could be a great daily driver if you're looking for a four-door sedan like this, but you also want a little bit of performance, being the F Sport model. So, I mean, it handles incredibly well. It's very direct in the steering too. So coming around a lot of these turns, it'll go exactly where you want it to. And so coming back out of sport mode, we'll go all the way into eco mode, which still allows you to use these paddle shifters. So if you'd like to use those in eco mode, you can. But of course, eco mode is mainly for getting the best possible MPG. If you're just cruising out on the highway or something like that, the throttle response is very limited. That was about half throttle there, and we really didn't move all that much in our speed and getting any faster. So of course that's what eco mode is for. So it's nice that you have those different driving modes just depending on how you're driving your F Sport. I also forgot to mention earlier that this does have a heated steering wheel. That control is down below by the heated and ventilated seat controls, where you'll also notice there's really not a whole lot going on. So I like the center layout here. You have the AC controls, screen up top, and then very few buttons down below. Just gives it a really clean look. And then moving on to visibility now, for a four-door sedan like this, it's really easy to see in all four corners. The pillars in the back there are not all that bulky, so it definitely gives you a good 360-degree view. And coming around another left-hand turn here, even just going at a normal rate of speed right now, it handles well. So I'm really impressed with the sport suspension that it offers, and the fact that you have a really great daily, as I mentioned earlier. You can have 3 or 4 other people in here with you if you need that room, or you can fold that back seat down, put in any larger items if you need to. So it makes this a very practical vehicle, but it also has that Lexus performance, being the F Sport. You can put it into sport mode and have a little bit more fun with this. So I think that's gonna wrap it up for my walk around review and test drive behind the wheel of the 2021 Lexus IS 350 F Sport. Once again, huge shout out to Hendrick Lexus Northlake for providing this sedan for me today. Make sure you guys check out their website. That will be down in the description below. And if you enjoyed today's video, give it a huge thumbs up. Consider smashing that subscribe button if you'd like to stay up to date on our daily uploads. I'll see you guys in the next video.